Good morning, guys. You are gonna have to excuse my morning voice. I'm not awake that long. I don't even know what time it is. I don't know where my phone is, but I think it's like 5:45. I've been up since 4. And I was just lying in bed. And I was like, I'm just gonna get up. So I got up, I checked in with Meg. So I will pop my check-in here. Yesterday was long, so we arrived yesterday. There was a few issues with checking into the apartment. Basically, I requested an early check-in because our flight was super early, so we got into the UK at like 9 a.m. Picked up the rental car. They upgraded us for free. Unreal. We had paid for like a Citroen C3 or something like that. They gave us a BMW X2. Buzzing. Second time that's actually happened, when we went over to Scotland. I can't even remember what we had paid for, but they upgraded us to like a little 1 Series, and it was purple. It was shit hot. But yeah, so basically we couldn't check in until 4. 4 o'clock comes around and I have no information on how to actually check in. So I was not very happy. Then once I got the check-in information, they then told us that the parking is like 5 minutes away. Not ideal. That's not what I booked. I booked somewhere with parking, like I specifically wanted parking, but however, we're here. So yesterday was just long. So as soon as we got the car, we went straight to the gym. I can hear an alarm going off. Bear with me. Okay, we're back at 6 a.m. So one of my alarms was going off. But yeah, we went straight to Muscle Bound Gym. Really sick, like really cool, fucking sick gym. So I did my final training session there and did a few rounds of posing. And their posing room isn't great, but at least they have a posing room. So I was really happy with that. Then we went, just sat in the car, did a bit of work, and went to the food shop, came back, checked in with Meg, and then, yeah, died, and then did my full body shave. So that's literally all I've been doing. Nothing crazy interesting. Although, I arrived and realised there's no fucking hairdryer here. So, when the shop's open, I'm going to mosey on down to the shops and buy a hairdryer. I was going to get my hair blow dried, but I've gone and bought like new shampoo, new conditioner. I've gone through the effort of bringing it all with me, then I'm kind of like, that's such a waste if I just go around and get my hair done. And also, I'm like, are they going to do a good job? Do you know what I mean? So that's my plan. And then start tanning, basically. So I want to wash my hair early, have it like blow dried, straightened, ready to go, and then start my tan. Because I might do 2 layers of tan, I'm thinking. So I'll do like a layer after I wash my hair, and then later on tonight, rinse it off, put on another layer. Registration is later on tonight. It's between 7 and 8. I'm like, do you know how early I go to bed? However, I am cooking up a storm, like you would have seen there. So I am getting my food ready. I'm getting Simon's food ready for the day, because I know that he's quite busy today with calls and things like that. So I'll just get his food pretty much ready to go, besides like his cream of rice meals, because he can just do them himself. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. The like show days are pretty boring, like, or the lead into shows are pretty boring. Like one of my friends wanted to come with me. I was like, genuinely, there's no point. All you literally do is, I don't know why it looks like I'm like wearing tan on my neck. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, it's like literally all I do is just sit, eat, check in, sit, eat, check in. So very boring for anyone who comes along, you know. But I'm gonna take you guys along. But at least I get to edit the fun parts in. So yeah, I am tempted to have another coffee, but I'm like, that's really bold if I do. But I'm also like, coffee. But yeah, guys, first meal is 50 grams of cream of rice, 30 grams of whey, 100 grams of berries, and 20 grams of dark chocolate. I can't wait. I'm gonna try to hold off for another maybe half an hour, so that'll bring me to 6:30 before I have that meal. And yeah. What's going on? So I realised that I didn't even really introduce the video properly. I like, where am I? What am I doing? It's now 9:15, so I've had my first meal. I've had 2 coffees, and I'm a little bit more awake now, a little bit slightly. But yeah, we are in Bradford for the Trained by JP Pro Qualifier. So yeah, we are one day out. So today the game plan is I'm checking in pretty much before every meal. Like, the meals are kind of set out, so like ish, and then we'll just kind of see like whether we want to add to them or whether we want to take away from them. So far we've just been adding. So yeah, super happy. I'm gonna go down and buy a hairdryer now in a few minutes. I'm just waiting for the shop to open because there's no hairdryer here, and I don't like being tied to appointment times, so I'd rather just go buy the hairdryer, start washing and drying my hair, because that takes long, straighten it, and then start tanning, which I'm excited for but also not excited for in a way. But yeah, I will also pop in a video of how I'm looking now as it stands. So that is 1 meal in, 1 litre of water in. Today we're going to do 5.5 litres of water, so just a little bit less water than what I normally would do. I normally do 6 litres. Salt we're keeping the same at 6 grams, which has already been weighed out for the day. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Pretty boring day. Okay, we are back. So we got the hairdryer and we're having meal 2, which is 100 grams of chicken, 40 grams of rice, 50 grams of peppers, and then 10 grams of peanut butter. And I'll put 1 gram of salt into this. But when I ground up the salt this morning, I don't know if you can see, it didn't really grind up. It's literally like solid rocks. But however, it is just gone 9:30. So after this, I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna go for a shower, I'm gonna wash my hair, and then I'm gonna start tanning. Registration isn't until 7, I think. 6 or 7 anyway. So yeah, that is the game plan for the rest of the day. I will pick you guys up once I've started a bit of tanning, I suppose. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 1 layer like early, see how it looks, and then I might wash that off and then put on another layer then before I go to registration. But we'll see how we get on. But yeah, meal 2. I'm actually quite hungry now, so I'll eat this and then get my ass in the shower. What is going on? So hair has been straightened, tan has been applied, like look at the difference, and then I haven't done my hands because I'm gonna have to do like cooking and washing up and stuff, so there's absolutely no point. But I like when my hair is straight, guys, hang on now, I do just feel like a bad fucking bitch. Oh, if my hair wasn't such an effort to straighten all the time, I would always have it straight. I am actually considering getting like a 12-week blow dry. I did have it before. I've had it I think twice before, but the last time I got it done, it literally destroyed my hair. But I think that's because I had highlights. I also, random but I'm getting a spot on the inside of my nose, and you know when you're getting like, it's like one of them teeny tiny spots. So I've tried to put spot cream on it, and then I was just left with like this film around my nose. So if you can see that, which is probably can't, that's what that is. But yeah, tan is on. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do another layer or not. I'll see. Like, it looks fucking crazy, but it's funny because like you think that you're tanned and then you put on show tan, you're like, I am actually very pale. But yeah, I have just checked in with Meg there, so I'm just waiting for Meg to get back to me. It is just gone like 2:15. So I've had 3 meals already. I'm fucking starving. I'm doing weight as well every single time I'm checking in, and my weight is actually held since before meal 3, which is interesting because I've had a coffee. I've had more water, obviously, than I had the food. The meal previous to this one, so meal 3, was 30 grams of cream of rice, 10 grams of dark chocolate, 100 grams of chicken, and 50 grams of peppers. So yeah, I'm just waiting to see what Meg has planned for the next meal. But yeah, overall, I'm actually really, really happy with the look. For me, personally, I prefer a sharper look on me, like a leaner look. So we have to get, like, obviously, yes, we still want to be full. Like, I don't like the emaciated look. But for my physique anyway, I have to come in a little bit leaner first and then fill out, if that makes sense. I know that's generally what people do, but I need to be like all like borderline too lean. And then when we fill out, then we have to just be careful that I'm not too full, because then I start to lose my lines and things like that. So bikini is a very, I don't want to say like difficult, but it's very detail orientated when it comes to like filling out and things like that. So you just have to be careful. And it also depends on, I did touch on this before, like it also depends on what look looks good on you. But yeah, that's actually all I'm doing for the day. There is a load of washing in the sink that I'm actually not going to go near. I've just decided, because I know my hands aren't, but like I washed my hands earlier and now look at the tan. Not a vibe. But yeah, I am tired. I'm tired, but I can't really sleep. I might try nap. I'll see what Meg has planned for the next meal, because right now I'm pretty hungry. I won't sleep if I try and go sleep now. So see what Meg has planned for the next meal. And yeah, then registration later on. I have nothing else to add. But my hair I'm super happy with. Okay, so Meg has gotten back to me in regards to the next meal, so we're increasing it a little bit. So it was supposed to be 50 grams of cream of rice, and we're going to do 65 instead. The bowls are outrageous in this apartment, so it's like this teeny tiny one or a big mixing bowl. So obviously I'm going to go for the mixing bowl. And then I have 100 grams of berries, 30 grams of whey, and then 10 grams of dark chocolate. I've also started to make my meals for tomorrow. So I have 2 meals with chicken, so it's 50 grams of chicken each. So I just boiled the chicken because it was just easier. The reason that protein is brought down is because protein takes a little bit longer to actually digest. So protein is down, and then I have 4 meals total planned out for tomorrow. And the last 2 will just be carbs and fats. Then I did my rice portion for tomorrow. What I actually do for rice on show day is I barely fucking cook it. So this still has a crunch to it. I kind of like my rice like that though anyway. I feel like the right term is al dente. But I said that I would actually just take you through how I make my cream of rice, because I've started to become a lot more not analytical, like precise when it comes to actually making the cream of rice. So what I do is I'm using the Strom New York cheesecake. This is the one I'm using. This I find sits very, very light, which is why I brought that. I'll also have with me the Trained by JP chocolate hazelnut flavour as well. So basically, anyway, back to what I was saying. So we are doing 65 grams of cream of rice, and I will multiply that by 4. That's how much water I'll use. So, so I need 260 grams or mils or whatever of boiling water. I've also already added my salt into it, the salt rocks that never ground up properly. Hang on now. Okay, so put the scale to 0, and I will start to pour in the water. Then I will get a whisk. Thankfully there is a whisk here, and I will whisk this. The Strom, oh fuck, there's still water in that. The strong cream of rice, I actually find it doesn't get lumpy. Jesus. Doesn't get lumpy very easy. Like it words, Nadine, it has a nice texture, basically. It's very light, very, very light, which is perfect for showdown. Well, peaking. So, that's that. I will pop the whisk to one side, which is fucking soaking wet, however. Then I will make my whey paste. So I'm gonna pop in a teeny tiny bowl. So the protein I am using is Perform white chocolate hazelnut. It is my fave. I go between that and coconut cream. I like just like kind of more plainish flavours. So I have 30 grams here, and what I will do is I'll do between, hang on. So I will do between 40 to 50 mils of water, because I want it to like not be as thick. I think it depends on the protein, how much water you actually have to put in to make it into a paste. Like I've had some before where you don't have to add that much water, and they just are super runny. Whereas I find with Perform Whey anyway, it's quite thick, which is nice. So I'll just get a fork and I'll just whisk it, well, mix that up. Basically, it's kind of annoying. These bowls have little grooves in them and the protein powder keeps getting stuck. And I'm like, I am losing potentially micrograms of protein. And then I will be skinny on stage, and we don't want that, I'm joking. But, because I know there'd be someone who would actually think that I'm being dead serious with that. And I literally just mix until there's like pretty much no lumps. I know some people microwave their whey paste, I don't. I just leave it like that. Then I will get the berries. I use frozen berries. So I will grab them out of the freezer. Body is tired, guys. Body is tired. So 100 grams, and then I'll pop the berries into, I'm using raspberries, I'll pop these into the microwave for 30 seconds. Just so that they kind of defrost a little bit. And then I will put the cream of rice in for 2 minutes. Pour everything on top. And yeah, have a stunning fucking meal. And there we have it. I haven't put all the raspberries in because I'll actually just like spoon the raspberries into my mouth. But yeah, a little bit of cinnamon on top. Beautiful. So I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna enjoy this, and then I'm probably gonna try nap for a bit because I'm tired and I need to push out the next meal because this is meal 4 and it's 3 o'clock. So I need to ease the fuck up on the meals, but also the body is feeling pretty tired, so the body is telling me, Nadine, you need to go and lie down. But like I was saying, I need to eat first before I'll actually be able to sleep. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in a bit. What is going on, guys? We are back from registration. We are number 178, the last dance. This won't be actually going up until after the show, so I'll show you my bikini. Ta-da! I'm definitely sad that I'm not doing the purple again, but I think this will be a nice change. I've done blue before, but I haven't done like this bright of blue. And you know me, I'm a fan of darker colours, but I think it's going to be a vibe. I think it's going to be really nice. I also I got Ashley to alter the top. So this is actually a rental, but I got Ashley to alter the top for me. So show you here. So the top actually, like the cups come apart, so you can literally slide it across. So it's like super custom. Instead of having like a little center gem, we just went with then like a single row. So it's the exact same as the connectors on the sides. Oh no, sorry, the connectors on the neck strap and on the bottoms as well. And then with the bottoms, because I actually had people asking me what style bottoms I normally wear. So I get a low V at the front. So I sit like quite high up on the hip, but the V comes down quite low. Because I've got longer legs, so it just helps to kind of balance everything out, I find anyway. And then I go for the pro cut then in the back. So basically the least amount of coverage that you can get on a bikini, that's what I do. So yeah, and then I'm not sure what earrings I'm gonna wear. I normally do these ones, so but I'm kind of thinking of changing it up, but I'm not sure. You can't really see what earrings I wear when I'm on stage anyway, because I normally just wear my hair like straight down. But we'll see what we're feeling tomorrow, guys. But the plan is I'm gonna do a face mask. So I went and I bought this in Boots. I'm gonna do this once I put my pajamas on, and then I'm gonna have my last meal. And then in the morning, I'm gonna pop these under my eyes, because like look at these eyebrows. I'll pop these on just before I do my makeup, so that like under my eyes is nice and fresh. So yeah, guys, what time is it? It is 5 to 8, and yeah, I'm ready for bed. I have my last meal, which is 75 grams of cream of rice, 100 grams of berries, 20 grams of dark chocolate, 30 grams of whey, and I cannot wait. I have my meals basically prepped for tomorrow. Oh yeah, I already showed you that. So yeah, I'll show you what the meals actually look like tomorrow, because they're the strangest concoction, right? But I promise you, they are the nicest fucking meals ever. So yeah, I will catch you guys when it's show day. Good morning. It is 5:30 in the morning. I'm literally after rolling out of bed, doing my check-in for Meg. And I'm en route to get a double espresso. McDonald's is crossway, so I'm going to McDonald's. So yeah. Fuck the door. I look rough. I slept good, actually, though. I slept pretty good, so that's a win. I did take a shit ton of melatonin, though, so I would fucking hope that I slept well. But yeah, the fucking state me. Like, if you could actually see me, I look homeless. Okay, not homeless, I look like I stayed in someone's gaff that I shouldn't have been staying in, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm excited for, I'm actually, you know what I'm gonna get? I'm getting Simon Americano, but I'm also gonna get me an Americano and double espresso. The Americano then I can have in a bit, because it'll be nice and strong. I'll just reheat it. I know that's kind of like scumbag behaviour, but fuck it, because I'm not walking back down here. McDonald's is literally across the way, and it's 24 hours, which is fabulous. So I'm just waiting for Meg to get back to me. Meg already texted me this morning at like 5 saying happy show day. Well, that's the way I read it in my head, because it was a text message. Yeah, I'm gonna go back, gonna have my double espresso, pray I can do a poo, and then start my makeup. Because I just kind of like, once that's done, that's like the only kind of stressor there is of the day, realistically, besides the whole stepping on stage thing. So yeah, that's the crack, guys. I'm gonna have to put this down now, because I won't be able to carry these coffees. Good morning. It is show day morning. I have been up since 5, so makeup is done. It's just after going 8 a.m. I went to McDonald's to grab, I got a double espresso, single espresso, and 2 Americanos for myself and Simon. So I still have a single espresso to have, but I'm gonna have my first meal, which is 40 grams of rice, 20 grams of peanut butter, 1 gram of salt, 10 grams of honey, and 50 grams of chicken. I'm starving. Oh, and 100 grams of banana. I actually heated up the banana as well, and so it's kind of gone like mushy. So yeah, I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna eat this, and then I'm gonna get a taxi to Muscle Bound Gym to see Meg. The lighting here in the apartment isn't really great, so I would rather just kind of see Meg after my first meal, and then at least then I know exactly what we're doing for the rest of the day. But makeup, yeah, is pretty much done. All I have left to do is like re-straighten my hair and then top coat. But yeah, show days are pretty boring, as is the lead into show days. It's literally just sit, eat, check in. But I'm really excited to eat this because I'm actually pretty hungry now, even though I've had a shit ton of coffee. So yeah, happy fucking show day. The makeup always looks crazy, but then when you get on stage, like, it looks nice. But I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out. And it didn't actually take me that long to do. It took me just over an hour. So I'm getting better and better with all of these shows that I've done. Shame that this is now the last one, but... Good morning. It is the next day. So one day post show. Jesus, I look wrecked. But I'm just out for a little walk, getting some steps in. I've been up since 4. It's like nearly 7. My sleep is just doing weird shit at the moment, as in I'm just not sleeping. But right, what happened yesterday? Like, honestly, I came off stage and I was actually just laughing. Like, I actually just started laughing because I was like, this is so like typical bodybuilding. Like fifth, 5 out of 5. I'm not even gonna try and be like, oh, 5th place, 5 out of 5, guys. So yeah, obviously not what I came for, but at the same time, like, that's bodybuilding. You just don't know what way it's gonna go. But the thing is, like, when I was backstage, like, you know, I mean, I'm not really looking at anyone, but like when you're in the lineup, like everyone's getting ready to go on, I'm kind of looking and I was like, yeah, this is grand. Do you know what I mean? But what I kind of think and what Meg is kind of thinking is that the other girls were significantly softer than I was, and I came in with a leaner, harder look. Basically, I was in condition, and you know, according to the criteria, and the other girls weren't. That's not nothing to take away from them. It just means that I stood out for the wrong reasons. And look, it is what it is. Like, I had the most moved muscle there, and I don't know, I thought this was bodybuilding, but obviously not. But so yeah, like, yeah, it was annoying, but at the same time, like, there's nothing you can do. Like, I actually did up a post on Instagram just kind of saying like how I don't take placings personally anymore, because that was my absolute best physique, and I know that if I brought that physique to a different show, I could have won, you know. So it just depends on the lineup, like, do you know what I mean? And like, do I feel like I could have been a little bit fuller? Yeah, a little bit. But also, like, when my body is tired, which it fucking is, it doesn't really hold a pump. Now, I'm not saying, oh, if I was able to hold a pump, everything would have been fine and, you know, I would have fucking won. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, these little small things that, like, I would have personally preferred. But look, again, like, this is all data, and what myself and Meg have kind of chatted about is my look is not for Irish shows, it's not for English shows, because they don't like condition, and a softer look on me does not look nice, and I personally don't prefer it. I don't really like it on me either. So yeah, this was going to be the last show anyway, so it's not like, oh my god, I came 5th and now this is it. Like, it was always going to be the last show. Like, I've been competing since April. It is now the end of July. The body's tired, you know. And there's also been a few signs that, oh, my hand's going dead, hang on. There's been a few signs that my thyroid is not really functioning as a thyroid. Like, for example, my hair has been falling out quite a lot, like more than normal. I keep going hoarse. So yeah, that's been fun. But look, I've had problems with my thyroid before, so it's not really a surprise to me. And like, when you're dieting, your thyroid, yes, will get down regulated, but like mine is like a lot. But also, like, my digestion is quite slow. Like, all these things that, like, yes, can be from just like prolonged dieting, but also can be from just having a fucking shit thyroid. So we won't get bloods done just yet. It's no point, they'll be skewed. So we will get bloods done in about 6 or 8 weeks, and then just kind of see where we're at. But yeah, and then once we get bloods done, we'll have an idea then in terms of like competing again or whatever. Obviously I'll compete again, but in terms of a timeline. But like, the day itself, I thought was grand. What you could expect for two bros, very rushed. They were something like 2.5 hours behind. Yeah, like, when I seen how quick they were running through, because Bikini was last, when I seen how quick they were running through Fit Model, Wellness, all of them, I was like, I'm going to be on stage for about 2 seconds, and that's literally what it was. And you know, it's just a little bit disheartening when, like, you prep for months and months and months, and then you spend money to go over to a country, like accommodation and flights and renting a car, and you're on stage for about less than 5 minutes, and they don't really look at you. Like, they didn't really move anyone, nothing like that. So that's annoying. Do you know what I mean? But look, it is what it is. It's look, that's the sport, you know. But like I said, me and Meg both kind of just agreed, like, we're gonna be picking more European shows, which I just much prefer anyway. So obviously I'll still have to do muscle contests, I'll still have to do the regional. I won't bother doing the pro qualifier, because what's the point? And also, the day is just very long, and it's also very expensive for a show that, in my opinion, is a little bit below par in comparison to the European shows. I'm actually just seeing now if Tesco was open. I might go in and have a little wander around. But yeah, kind of just wanted to come on this walk to kind of share my thoughts on what the fuck happened yesterday, and get a bit of movement in as well. So what's this saying? We're open 6 a.m. to midnight. Sunday 11 a.m. Oh, that's sad. So it's definitely not 11 a.m. now. Gosh, so like, where do people go then in the morning if they want to go to the shops? Interesting. And it is definitely a Sunday. It is a Sunday indeed. Right. We will turn around. I don't even know whereabouts I am. But yeah, so that's the crack. So yeah, flying home today. I started getting some of my meals prepped there. I have my meal plan, it's pretty much the same as what it was when I was in prep, like, is in the food sources and everything like that. The only thing I did ask Meg for was, I was like, can we have a bit of bread? So bread and eggs in the morning, which will be really nice. Now it's only 80 grams of sourdough, but I'm like, yum. Because what I'm actually, I really want to make like French toast or something with it. I think that'd be really nice. But yeah, I might grab a coffee at McDonald's, but then there's coffee back at the gaff, so I'm like, that's a bit of a waste. But I'm also like, treat yourself, girl. But yeah, this is very like raw now and honest. But yeah, I won't compete in the UK again. So just sad. But you know, it's really interesting as well. And if anyone who's watching this that did come up to me, you know who you are, and said what you said, I do really appreciate it. Like, I really, really appreciate it. There was like, I would say about 6 or 7, potentially even 8 coaches
quite high up in like the industry, like well-known coaches, you know, that came up to me after I got off stage and just said that wasn't right. That wasn't right. And look, when you hear from one person, you're kind of like, okay. But when people are doing it separately and they're saying like that was very rushed, they didn't really look at anyone, and you had the best physique out of everyone, I don't feel like it's like blowing smoke up your ass, do you know what I mean? I think it's more like, I do think it was the case that I was just too lean. I was too lean. So look, I'd rather be too lean than come in soft. I don't care what anyone says. So, and the thing is, I've come in burst and full before, not gotten a look in. I come in super shredded, don't get a look in. So look, either way, we need to grow. We need more glue, we need more delt, and that's what I would like anyway. So yeah, but anyway, I'm still moseying around. I'm devastated now Tesco wasn't open. That would have been fab. But yeah, I'm just gonna mosey around. How many steps do we have? Like 1,000 steps. Might grab a coffee, might not. We will see. But I really would have liked now if the Tesco was open. See what kind of like different food they have over here. But Sunday times. But anyway, guys, if I do have any stage shots, I'll pop them somewhere along this video. But oh, and also, yeah, so I wore the blue bikini. It was nice, but I'm going back to purple. Not because of placings or anything. I just, like, these bright colours are just not me. They're not me at all. I love them on other people, just not for me. So we will be going back to purple. And you know, because I brought the purple over with me, and even like when I was taking the blue out, I was like, I really just want to wear the purple. So bad. But that blue is actually a rental, and it is beautiful. Like, pictures don't actually do it justice. I'm just saying, on me personally, I just wasn't a fan of it on me. That's all. So you can get it as a rental. I think it's an A or a B cup, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, drop Ashley a message from and Pose if you are looking for that bikini. But yeah, I'm gonna love yous and leave yous, and I will catch you guys in the next one when we're more in like this swing over the off season. I'll let you know how training and stuff like that is going. So yeah.